Then, going on from the KLBCYLC, what projects have you feel like memorable then?
Right, so the project that I'm most proud of we've done last year was the mood competition, the 𝗧𝗶𝗺 mood competition. The reason why I'm very proud of it is because it is one of a kind. It's not like any other mood competition anyone has done in the past, because what we offer students to actually stand up in court, like the real court in KL, the Jalan Duta court, and actually make their case. So unlike any other mood court competition where it's done in a lecture hall or a classroom or a space, this is actually done in the real court setting, where you can see where the judges sit and where you sit as the appellant and the respondent, of course in the mood competition, and be able to use that bar table that all lawyers use. So we were able to successfully carry out the competition with I think 9 teams, and I can't remember how many judges, about maybe 30 judges that were made up of retired federal court judges, senior members of the bar, retired high court judges as well, and a few other young lawyers volunteering. And we had student volunteers as well from colleges to come and help out. It was nice to see how the bar integrated with law students as well, and that's what the Young Lawyers is endeavoring to do. So the center takes paralyzed people that have met an accident and train them with necessary skills, for example, computer skills, skills to take on calls so that they can work in the call center, sewing skills, whatever kind of skills that don't need a lot of movements. They then train them and try and get them new jobs so that they can continue living independently. We chose this organization and we then organized a charity dinner where people come and lawyers would volunteer to perform. So usually singing or dancing in a band, that kind of thing, and donation box will be passed around. So the total donations were then given to the center so that they can continue doing the good work that they're doing. So this is the tradition that the Young Lawyers Committee does every year. It was a fantastic night. It was carried out in Glass House, 𝗧𝗶𝗺. I can't remember how many turned up, but I think a few hundred. Wow. The food was buffet style and free flow of alcohol, drinks. Donations collected, I'll give you the figure, I can't remember. Yeah, it was a couple of thousand. So all of them went to the ILTC. Yes.
Sounds like something my school used to do also.
Okay, cool, right.
Then, like, my next question is that like, we all heard of the phrase like, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So when thinking of this, like, have you done anything else besides improving on your career?
Yeah, I think this is a great advice and a great tip for all aspiring lawyers to be mindful of. You must always have an interest outside of law school or outside of the legal profession. The reason is because you will soon realize when you enter the profession that the hours are long and the challenges are great because it's new. It is a profession that sometimes can be unforgiving when it comes to mistakes that you make. Unforgiving as in terms of time as well, where you have to sacrifice your weekends and just put in the hours into the night to learn something, because it is new, and when we are new to the profession, new to something, we must always put in the hours to learn and be better. So because of that kind of stress and that kind of challenge that you will face, I would always strongly recommend that everyone takes on an interest outside of the legal profession. You cannot let your life revolve around just the office and the books, because you will soon find yourself being burnt out. Even as a pupil, that can happen. Even as a young lawyer, that can happen. Because when you're burnt out, you're putting too much hours. I mean, you're putting the hours in appropriately. Of course, long hours are there, and you don't see your family, you don't see your friends. You will then grow to be unhappy and unfulfilled, and feel unsatisfied. So what you should do is be disciplined and set some sort of time outside of that busy schedule that you have, to do something that you love. That is a strong advice that I would give to all aspiring lawyers. So what I do is I love sports, and I enjoy a certain kind of sports. Of course, I'm not very good at sports actually. I just enjoy doing it for the fun of it. Just sweat things off and you feel great after that. So one of the sports that I really enjoy is dragon boating. Of course, during the pandemic, we are unable to train, but in the past 2 years, I have had the privilege of being part of a national team representing Malaysia in both the Asian Games in 2018 and also the SEA Games in 2019. I carved out my time over the weekend to train with the team, and on weekdays I would train at the gym with weights and all that. Unfortunately, we had to wake up at 6 a.m. to have that time carved out of a busy day just to clock in the hours in the gym, be better physically in order to represent Malaysia. So that's one of the things that I enjoy. Other than that, I enjoy doing things that are related to the arts. So when I say arts, that means a variety of things. I actually like theatre. I love going for theatre plays. I love the orchestra. I love going for orchestra concerts, as well as the kind of arts that are like painting, drawing. So I love to paint. Particularly, I do watercolor painting. So that's one of the things that I love. Other than that, I love playing the piano. So I love music in general. So yeah, these are the things that I do outside of the legal practice that just clears my mind when I need to, and I do this to have fun. Then after that, come back, of course, the hard work needs to be put in as well again. So these are the things that help me recalibrate and readjust, take a step back and then go in again. And it has helped me in the long run. It has helped me to not feel, to come off that burnout, because I have experienced burnout before. To come off that burnout and come back stronger in that sense.
That's really insightful then. Like, after hearing all the activities and commitment you have, what's your definition of success, and like to handle so much, like what's your preferable outcome then?
The definition of success, as you go on and mature in age, it slowly changes through the years. Obviously, I think every law student wants to be that top lawyer one day and be that name that everyone knows. For example, like 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗏 or like 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗏 for that matter. I think everyone has a different definition of success, and it's really what you want to do and what you love to do. For me, it is doing what you love, being happy at what you do, and being happy with yourself. The outcome of what you do, you are happy with it, and at the same time, we must be practical. So of course, the remuneration, the money that comes along with it, you must be also happy with it. For example, if you want to achieve a 5-figure salary and that's the amount that you're happy with, then that's fine. But some other people, their definition or their happiness of reaching that success level, they want to have it in 6-figure range, So that's also not wrong. That's really up to you, and that's what you want, then go for it. The definition of success is being happy and being comfortable doing what you do, and most importantly, other than just benefiting yourself, you must also benefit others, and you must also be able to add value to other people with your achievements. And I think that's really the definition of success, when you are able to not just benefit yourself with your talents, but also serve other people around you and make their lives better. So yeah, that is my definition of success.
How do you achieve said success then? Like personally, how will you go about it?
Right, so I don't think I'm there yet. I'm definitely not, I've not achieved everything that I wanted to achieve. But I can say this, what has brought me thus far along from my early years in law school to where I am today as a lawyer, it is this: you must always be willing to learn, and not just learn, but relearn, unlearn and relearn, and continue learning. Always strive to improve. Don't ever be too proud to say I know it all and I have achieved this, so I know better. There's always something new to learn, especially even not just from people who have gone ahead, not just from senior people, but also even from your juniors. And why I say that is because people who are younger than you, they may have something different to teach you. They may have an attitude or desire or that kind of hunger that you used to have, and you need to look at that and tell yourself, hey, you know, that is something that you need to relearn again. So there's always something new to learn from everyone around you, and the key is to never be too proud to say that you cannot learn from this person. You must always continue to strive to improve, be it as a lawyer, be it as a leader in some sort of aspect, be it as a team player in your office. If you have something to improve on, maybe your boss have like said something that, you know, why is this work like this? Don't be too disheartened and don't be too discouraged and just, you know, give up there. You must always pick yourself up. Of course, challenges are there, but you must always pick yourself up and continue learning and continue asking yourself, how can I improve? How can I do better? And if you ask yourself that question every day, you will eventually achieve even more than you would expect, I would say. So that is the key.
So moving on to our final and last question, like, do you have any advice you would like to give to aspiring law students and lawyers?
Going back to what I've just mentioned, the underlying advice that I always give my juniors and the interns that join my firm would be this: you can be a first-class honors student, you can be a straight A student, being on the dean's list, you can be really good with books, but that doesn't mean that you will succeed or you will thrive in the profession. Similarly, even if you are not very good with books, I'm not saying that you will thrive, but what I'm saying is this: the key element for you to do well or to be successful as a lawyer is this: you must have the right kind of determination. Right? Determination itself is not good enough. Determination can also mean the wrong kind of determination, which means that you're just chasing after money, for example, or you're just chasing after fame, or you're just doing this so that you can outrun your other contemporaries. That's the wrong kind of determination. The right kind of determination you want to have is to always be teachable. Alright, to always have this resilience to want to improve yourself every day. You must always have this attitude to want to learn new things and to improve from your mistakes. So I feel that if this person has this quality, be it you're a straight A student or be it you're not really a straight A student and you don't do well academically, either way, what kind of student you are, if you have this quality, you will definitely go far, because you will always want to learn, you will always want to improve yourself, as compared to someone who is really smart with the books, and that person doesn't have this quality. Compared to this person that has this quality, this person will do better, because that person is going to pick themselves up when they fail. It's always striving to improve, and I would definitely guarantee that person will overtake the person that doesn't have this attitude, even though you have your straight A's. But if you have that willingness to always be humble enough to ask yourself or to ask others, how can I improve, you will go far in life. So that is the advice I would give.
That's something like what I've read before in a book from 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗪.
Yes. He was a judge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's about it for our interview. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much for having me.